for the recording day. I missed one line before. Once we finished laughing, I retrieve my copy of the book and pull up a desk next to Yuri. So, comrade, shall we use 2 books or 1? Please say 1. Either is fine, but I suppose just 1 will work. That way, we'll be in the same place. She timidly closes her own copy as I slide mine more in between. Once we each lean a little bit in, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it a little difficult to turn the page. Here. And CG. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm and on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after she flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. I must stay focused, but she's so close I can feel the warmth of her face. No, the book is what matters right now. Just read the book. She smells like lavender, and this light makes her practically glow. I turn the page as I finish reading it. The way the pages flutter to the other side, the way she catches it with her thumb. It's almost intimate. I continue to try and hone in my focus for a few pages until I can't stand it anymore. I need a way to ask her, but how? She's polite, but also reserved and introverted. I have an idea of what I want to do, but how can I bring it up? Maybe I could... Hey Gunner, this might be an odd question, but why did you decide to read with me? Huh? What do you mean? Well, it's just that you're not really how Sayori described you. She made it sound like you were more reserved and that you hadn't talked to people much recently. So I was just wondering why you act so bold around us. Sorry if it's too personal. You don't have to answer. This is it. The perfect seg. Please let this work. Well, Yuri... I lean back in my chair and cross my fingers over my stomach. It is my intention to become the bull goose loony of this here literature club. If he doesn't get this reference, I'm done for. But in order to become the bull goose loony, I've got to have respect, see? And the way I see it, I can't earn respect unless I act a little bold here and there. More than that, though. Respect is earned through showing interest in what others are passionate about. So how will I ever be bull goose loony if I'm not interested in you? Damn, that ending may have sounded too flirty. Yuri laughed at MP4, or maybe not. Well, you might have trouble obtaining that position, I'm afraid. Oh yeah? Why is that? You should know I'm currently the presiding bull goose loony of the literature club. She got the reference, thank fuck. Is that right? Well, I'll have you know, I'm so crazy that I voted for Eisenhower. I'll have you know I voted for Eisenhower twice. Well, I'm so gosh darn crazy that I voted for Eisenhower twice and plan to vote for him again this fall. Gasp! Well then, I suppose you're truly the craziest one here. So I hereby grant you my title of Bull Goose Loony. There's a brief silence after she says this. Yuri laughed at MP4. Me and Yuri laughed together for a while. We even managed to get a glance from some of the other girls. After settling down, we begin to discuss the book we just got done acting out. It turns out Yuri had read it not too long ago. Then again, I guess I hadn't read it until yesterday. As I watch her confidence grow as she discusses the book, I finally work up the nerve to ask her, so did you ever see the movie they made of it? I don't believe so. After reading it, I was doing some research and saw where it had a film adaptation, but I suppose I never got around to watching it. I see. I'm usually not a fan of book-to-movie adaptations, but this one did a pretty good job. Well, perhaps I'll get around to watching it sometime. Like you, I prefer books over movies, but I trust your advice. Thanks, Yuri. That means a lot coming from you. Oh, it's nothing, really. I'm pretty sure I have a copy of the movie at my house somewhere. In fact, now that we've talked about it so much, I kind of want to watch it. Hey, I've got an idea. Ask politely, don't make it sound intimidating, don't screw this up. If you're not doing anything after the club meeting, maybe you could come over and watch it with me. Whoa. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to make it sound like that. I guess I was just excited about showing it to you. I'm... Yuri takes a moment to gather her thoughts. Damn, should I say something or inhales? I would love to. Huh? Oh shit. Quick, damn it, say something. Great! I mean, I'm glad to hear that. Do you have a particular time you want to come over? I suppose right after the club meeting would be fine. Though I would need to go home first to change and put away my things. That's fine, I'll probably need time to find the movie anyways, so there's no rush. I'll just text you my address. Oh, I guess I don't have your number. God, I feel so cheesy. Oh, here. This dude is smoother than butter. He's smooth like butter. She fumbles around in her bag for a while before finally pulling out her phone. It's got a plain purple case on it. Should have guessed. We exchange phones and enter our numbers and contact information. I enter my contact name is BG Looney and hers, which is met with a light giggle. After getting my phone back with a new contact Yuri, I hear a familiar voice. Okay, everyone, I think. What the fuck? I glanced at the time on my phone and I noticed that about 45 minutes had passed. Shit. Did I really spend 45 minutes with Yuri? Damn it. What will I do about Sayori, Natsuki, and Monica? I guess I'll just have to try and spend more time with them tomorrow. I stand up and move the desk I was sitting back to where it was originally. Don't tell me you forgot to write a poem yesterday, Gunner. Huh? Of course I did. Well, I guess I technically didn't write one yesterday. Are expectations for me really that low? Huh? No, it's just... Anyways, I'm glad to hear that you're making an effort for the club. Yes, ma'am, 100%. Well, now everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose-leaf paper, torn from a spiral notebook. Guess who forgot to start their timer? Oh well, if all else fails, I'll make this video a little shorter. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can once again see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. It looks familiar, and not in the way it should. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. As I pull out the folder that contains my poem, I realize something. My handwriting looks exactly like Monica's, or at least the good handwriting does. Which at this point is all of them, since I tried to copy my good handwriting when rewriting the poem that looked like garbage. I hope she doesn't think I'm trying to copy her or something. That's so weird. I shake off the thought and prepare myself. Now then. We can't share with Monica, what? Oh, come on. We'll start with Natsuki. Sup, Natsuki? You again? I'm happy to see you too. She seems more hostile than usual. Is it because I spent time with Yuri? I guess that means it's time for it to be a kiss-ass. Listen, know that you're the poem-writing expert and all. Maybe you should pull some punches, just for this one. Just this once. Heh, no chance. And don't think that buttering me up will make me go easy on you. Sigh. Very well, I suppose I'm at your mercy. I bow my head as I pull the poem out of the folder. Out of my folder. Here, I'm willing to endure your judgment. The path. A skip in my step marks a new day, where not even the clouds appear to be gray. But as I jump along, continuing my path, I can't help but wonder where it is that I'm going. My eyes are clear and the air is pure, so why can't I see what lies ahead? It could be that candy and games, strawberries and sweets. If only I could see that which I chase. But instead of stopping my trip, I continue for a while. But even though I can feel sadness brewing, I can't help but smile. Natsuki ... I'll watch if she reads my poem. She seems to be acting the way she did when I showed her my poem last week. Maybe that means she really likes it. Gunner? Or maybe not. Yes, Natsuki? Why did you write this? What? Well, it's clear that there's a message in this poem, but why did you use these words? I take it that means you didn't like it? It's not that, it's just... I'm confused as to why you chose to use words like this. Oh, well, that's an easy one. My time with Natsuki last week granted me some confidence in talking to her. Huh? Remember when I told you yesterday that I think simple writing expresses a strong idea is impressive? That expresses. Well, I had a hunch that you might write that way too, so I tried my hand at it to see if I was any good at it. So I guess the reason I used these words like that, was because I had you in mind. Gross! I meant your poems. Don't go and start making things weird. You're the one making things weird. Well, that is to be expected of a weirdo. I believe that's what you called me. It looks like I was a pretty good judge of character after all. Ha ha, don't go flattering yourself before I've even read you what I wrote. Read what you wrote. Ugh. Like that will change anything. It is the best one here. She seems to be have more confidence in her writing this time. I hope it's not because she thought mine was bad. I reckon I'll be the judge of that. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it. I can see why she questioned my word choice. I'd forgotten just how simple and to the point her writing is. Maybe I can simplify my next one more. So, pretty amazing, huh? As much as I'd hate to inflate your ego, I'll admit it is pretty good. Only pretty good. Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? Well, let's see. I proceed to push my imaginary glasses up to my face, and begin speaking in my most Sherlock Holmesy voice. Watson, it appears that this poem represents the feeling of discouragement after seeing the actions of others. The feeling of giving up, if you will. There also appears to be a set up for a rhyme that, if my guess is correct, falls flat on purpose, likely to snap the reader out of the poem. All in all, it's quite an impressive work. That concludes my analysis. Wow, you really are a weirdo. Ugh, I just can't win, can I? Nope. I let out a sigh and pick up my poem. Hey, Natsuki, you never actually told me if you liked my poem or not. Huh? Oh, yeah, it's not bad. But let me guess, it's not as good as yours? Well, what did you expect? I am the master, after all. No, she's a pro. You missed your chance. Then perhaps one day, I bow down in front of Natsuki, which puts me about eye level with her. I could be as good as you, Sensei. Well, you have potential, but it will take a lot of work to be this good. Thank you, Sensei. Your faith means a lot. Y'all just need to have a little goddamn faith. He's got a plan. Natsuki giggled at MP4. Always makes me happy to see her let her guard down like this. Don't worry, Natsuki. I'll figure something out. I promise. I put my poem back in the folder and I am on to the next. We'll do Sayori next. Howdy, Sayori. Hey, Gunner. Did you remember to write a poem? Why, of course. I wouldn't want to embarrass the vice president in front of her own club. Sayori giggled at MP4. Eheheh. Does that mean I get to read it now? I certainly don't see why not. I feel an uneasiness creep into me as I pull a paper out of my folder. This poem came out a little dark. I know she said she liked them bittersweet, but this one's a bit much. Plus it's obvious, even to me, that it kind of describes her. Maybe she won't. Gunner? It's alright if you're nervous. After all, it can't be any worse than the first poem that I wrote. I guess I don't have much of a choice. The cinnamon bun. Thanks for the words of encouragement, Sayori. And here's my poem. Repair. A single rose on a bed of flowers. Endless bliss that feels like a daydream. Another day for adventure. But what is love without misfortune? I see the darkness behind the cheer. A rainbow that shines across the tears. A wonderful smile that hides the pain. An empty joy that begins to wane. But all that is broken can be fixed again, and the precious memories can never be taken. She has had plenty of time to read over my poem at this point. It's pretty good poetry so far. I have to say, I'm impressed. It takes a lot of effort to write good poems. I should know, I'm pretty terrible at it myself. As the silence continues, my brain decides to fuck with me. What if she doesn't like it? What if she thinks it's about her? Will she be sad that I know that she feels this way? Or maybe that I used the word broken. Or mad that I used the word broken. Damn it! Why'd I use the Gunner? You can probably see the worry on my face. Yes, Sayori. This poem, well, it's really good. She seems to pause for a minute. But, it's just, what made you decide to write a poem like this? Huh? Damn, she knows something's up. What do you mean? Well, I was just expecting something cheesy or simple, maybe. Like roses are red, violets are blue, but this poem... She looks down and skims over my poem once more. It's really deep. So I was wondering what made you come up with something like this. Seeing Sayori being serious is actually making me pretty nervous. Serious Sayori is not something you want. Well, come on, think. Say something that will put her at ease. The truth is, the poem was inspired by you. Huh? Damn, that was a horrible way to start. Well, I guess it's more accurate to say it was inspired by my time with you. Those feelings in the poem are mine, you know? I didn't notice that's how I felt recently. Not until I spent time with you yesterday. It made me realize I haven't truly been happy like that in a long time. I've struggled to keep my voice from breaking. I suppose this poem is about how I want to repair the relationship between us, so that we can both be happy more. I'm sorry if you don't like it. There's a moment of silence between us as we both try to compose ourselves. Sayori suddenly lunges forward and wraps her arms around me. Huh? I glance around the room to see if anybody's looking, but nobody seems to notice. I'm really glad that you showed me your poem, Gunner. I feel the same way. When she releases her embrace, I can see she's cried on me a little, but I can tell from the smile on her face that she wasn't crying out of sadness. Thank God, a hug. She needed one. I needed one. Thank you, Sayori, and I'm also really glad that I showed you the poem, and I meant what I said, even though it wasn't what the poem was about. Or maybe it was. I brushed off the thought as I continue. I don't think I've forgotten about reading yours. Oh! She picks up her poem and looks it over. It's not as good as yours, though. If you're the one who wrote it, I'm sure it's fantastic. Sayori nervously hands me her poem. The classic. Dear Sunshine, the way you glowed through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I don't get it. It's the same as the one she wrote last time. She told me that she wrote it when she got home yesterday, and she wouldn't lie about something like that. Unless... I trust you too, kissing my forehead. My heart stops as I reread the next line. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. Sleep forever? Do you like it? Maybe I'm overthinking this. Maybe it is really just about a sunrise. Maybe... Hello? Earth to Gunner. Huh? Oh, sorry, Sayori. I was just really into your poem, you know? It's okay if you don't like it. What? Of course I like it. The way you paint such a vivid image of a beautiful sunny morning. It's very Sayori-ish. I hope that's all it is. Just a painting of a sunny morning. I hand Sayori her poem back and begin putting mine in the folder. Hey Gunner, about the poem you wrote, I was wondering if I could... Of course you can have it, silly. Sayori laughed at him before, but what about the others? Have some drafts I can show them. Don't worry about it. Thanks. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever for tomorrow, so you better be ready. I look forward to it, my lady. My lady. Not for Yuri. Hey, Yuri. Hello again, Gunner. I take it that you wish to exchange poems. Yep, clever as always, I see. As Yuri tries to repress her blush, I pull out the poem from my folder carefully so that she doesn't see inside it. So, who should share first? As I ask this, I can't help but feel a little nervous, as she is probably the most critical when it comes to this stuff. Well, I suppose I could share first if you were nervous. Am I really that bad at hiding my feelings? I understand since you might not have that much experience in writing poetry. Perhaps reading mine will make you feel more comfortable. This girl, she really is something else. Thanks, Yuri. That means a lot. It's the least I can do. You're the bull goose loony, after all. Yuri giggled at him before. That cute laugh. God, I hope she likes my poem. Here. Oh, and sorry about my bad handwriting. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. It's the same poem as last time, though I guess that makes sense, since there's no reason for it not to be. In fact, I'm glad it is. It'll be easier to discuss this way. If you're having trouble reading it, I can tell you what it says. If you want. Huh? Oh, don't worry, Yuri. I didn't have any trouble reading it. I guess I was just awestruck, you know? Awestruck? Yeah, I mean, this poem is so good. How could I not be? The way you managed to capture the feelings of clinging on to that last place of comfort, the inability to let go of the past and how it will lead to being left with nothing. It's amazing. Yuri's face is so red at this point that I'm afraid it might catch her hair on fire. It's nothing, really. It's not as good as you say it is. Come on, come now, do I look like the kind of person to lie about things like this? No? Damn, wasn't expecting that. Sorry, I didn't mean to raise my voice. Even though she basically just shouted at me, she's still so precious. She is. This lavender lass, probably she's in competition for the most precious Doki. I'm just gonna say that. Don't worry about it, Yuri, I was only joking. I know you don't think I'm insincere. I flash her a smile to try and reassure her. I did mean what I said about your poem, though. You should be proud of it. I suppose, and even though I'm sure it pales in comparison to yours, you can read mine now. If you want to, that is. Of course. It just slipped my mind. Sorry. Apology accepted, Yuri. I smile and hand her my poem. Endless night. The ambient darkness holds my breath, my destiny slowly eroding around me. I dare not fret, though, for this world is a world of my choosing. This cage known as eternity frees no captives, a place where pleasure is a sensation that is long since forgotten. What is the purpose of dreaming in a world where inferno is the only judgment? Perhaps this place does not hold which I seek, but pursuing something that I could never really obtain. But why pursue something? Man, I screwed it up. About 2 minutes have passed and Yuri's yet to say anything. Maybe she doesn't like it and he just doesn't know how to tell me. After about 30 more seconds, I finally decide to break the silence. So, Gunner, Yuri snaps to life as though she came out of a trance. This poem, it's not that bad, is it? No! Sorry, I mean... I give her some time to collect herself. She finally lets out a deep breath and begins to speak. Gunner, I'm not sure how else to say this, but this poem... Shit, here it comes. It's exceptional. Woohoo! Score 1 for Gunner. The way you managed to portray the feeling of helplessness, of never being able to acquire what you desire. Yuri pulls out a sheet of paper to cover her face. It was really good. The way she sounds almost provocative. I suddenly feel heat on my face, which I try to hide by looking at my feet. Thanks, Yuri. Hearing that you liked my poem makes me feel a lot better about writing poetry. You're welcome. Oh, and one question, if I may. Sure, ask away. Well, it's just that there seems to be a lot of emotion here. I was just wondering what the inspiration was. If you want to tell me, that is. Well, the inspiration. I don't really know. Sure, I read it over a couple of times, but I just thought it was something that she would like. There's really a lot of emotion behind this? I suppose I'm trying to piece that together. I see. And thank you for sharing, Gunner. I certainly look forward to seeing what you have for tomorrow. Same here. I guess that just leaves Monica. I've been dreading this moment. Which one should I show her? I open my folder and thumb through the poems. Since I let Sayori keep hers, I only have Yuri and Natsuki's. Yuri seemed to like hers, but it's hard to tell with Natsuki. Let's see, how should I do this? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. My highly sophisticated selection process lands me on Yuri's poem. Oh, she doesn't think I want Yuri or something. Not that I don't want Yuri. Hey, Gunner. Having a good time so far? Yeah, I can't say I'm not enjoying it myself. Good, glad to hear it. Oh, and remember that if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Wait a minute, did she say what? I didn't read that fast enough. Did she just say remember? And with that out of the way, you can show me your poem now. Damn, she's going a mile a minute. Maybe she just really wants to read what I wrote. Sure, Monica, here you go. I feel my anxiety building as she reads my poem. I can't tell if she likes it or not. What do I do if she doesn't? I'm still not sure how to go about writing for her. Hopefully this will be good enough to like Gunner. The serious expression on Monica's face doesn't help much in easing my worry. Yes, Monica? Oh, I'm having a bit of trouble with this poem. Could you tell me about the feelings it's trying to convey? Well, having trouble. There's no way she wasn't able to see the message. Now, what was it that Yuri said? It's about the feeling of being trapped, of never being able to get what you desire. I see. Would you mind telling me the inspiration behind it? Inspiration? The hell? How did this turn into an interrogation all of a sudden? Well, you see... Yep, I totally understand. What? I didn't say anything. And I really like your poem, Gunner. It's nice to read something that isn't just a bunch of jumbled words. Jumbled words? Is she talking about the other girls' poems? Does she not like them? Surely doesn't think they... Anyway, here's mine. Hope you like it. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the directions the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No! I can't see. I'm real blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. As I read Monika's writing, I feel increasingly lightheaded. Why do I feel like this? It's just a poem. Why am I dizzy all of a sudden? A hole, looking out, the other side. So, what did you think? I thought it was a lot like mine. Do you feel trapped, Monika? What did you see on the other side? I thought it was really good. Are you alright? What? What is going on with her? Is everything okay? You look kind of pale. Yeah? I was just spacing out a little. That's the way I look when I'm spacing out. It's no wonder Sayori gets so concerned. It's like she saw a ghost. Thanks for sharing. I can't wait until you see what to come... Sorry. I can't wait to see what you come up with for tomorrow. Sure thing. Before I can finish speaking, Monika turns around and walks off. What the actual fuck just happened? She even left her poem. I pick up the paper she left behind and place it in the folder with mine. I thought that after our talks today and yesterday, things would be good between us. And maybe she does secretly hate me. Damn it. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. Everything went just fine with Sayori, Yuri, and Natsuki. But that exchange with Monika couldn't have been more bizarre. I let out another sigh. 3 out of 4 isn't bad, but it's not great either. Is it even possible to get close to Monika by Monday? Hell, is Monday even the deadline, or are the other girls on a different schedule? Thinking of this whole thing as a schedule makes me hate myself a little. If I could just focus on each girl for longer, it would make things so much easier. For now, I'll have to concentrate on getting Yuri to open up. Not open up in that way, though. I facepalm to make the thought stop. Oh my god. Although if it comes to that, oh my god. Although my face is buried in my hands, I hear something familiar. Oh, it's nothing. I guess you could say it was fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. I normally wouldn't be bothered by their argument a second time since I had some ideas on how to resolve it. But if Yuri brings up my invitation to come over, it could ruin everything. I quickly try to think of a way to interrupt the conversation before it can get to that point. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for sorry, I'm so lightheaded today. My brain is not loving me. Does not make for good reading. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Gunnar did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent longer establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change it anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Gunnar liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Gunnar appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Because you're not the one Enough! Both girls freeze as they hear me. Listen, Natsuki, you're right that I did like your poem. I even mentioned yesterday that I find writing that can send a message using simple language powerful. See, I'm not finished yet. Yuri, the way your poem painted such a vivid portrait while also diving deep into someone's mind is incredible. Both of you are such talented writers, which is why seeing you argue like this makes no sense to me. I like both your poems because of how well they utilize their own styles. It's clear that you're both passionate, but Natsuki, try remember a lot of Yuri's feelings went into her poem. Gunnar, same goes for you too, Yuri. Natsuki put just as much of herself into her poems as you did into yours. I see. And I'm sorry I didn't pick a side, but honestly, I don't think I could have between such great works. I glance to the side and see Sayori smiling and nodding. Monika still seems to be shook up about something, though. A minute of silence passes before anyone speaks up. I'm sorry, Natsuki. I just... Cut it out, huh? You don't have to apologize. I was the one acting like a bitch. Natsuki was clearly frustrated. It must have taken a lot for her to say that. I should have paid more attention to the message instead of just getting mad at the words. Natsuki? It's alright. I should have given your poem more of a chance as well. Well, yeah, my poem was pretty amazing, you know. I can't help but smile as I watch the two girls make up. And what are you looking at? Sorry. And with that, the mood is broken. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? Honestly, didn't expect Mana to go through with this part. There's clearly something on her mind, but how could I ask about it? She seems to have tensed up after reading her poem, but why? I told her it was really good, but maybe she was expecting something more than after she read mine? Surely she isn't caught up on some insecurity or something. Gunnar, how about you? Huh? Oh, I thought it was enjoyable. Awesome. How could she switch modes so quickly? Is she bipolar? Moods. No, that's dumb. That wouldn't explain her. That wouldn't explain most of her behavior. So what could it be? I should be happy that Yuri is coming over, but this Monica thing is going to bug me. Gunnar, ready to walk home? Yeah, let's get going. Sayori's smile helps ease my mind a bit. As we begin to leave the classroom, I wave goodbye to Yuri. She returns the wave, and as she tries to hide her newly reddened face. She's so adorable. Sayori, about what happened earlier? What do you mean? Around the time that Yuri and Natsuki started to argue. Did you notice anything wrong with Monica? Huh? Monica? Yeah. She just seemed a little off there for a while. I was just wondering if maybe you saw anything. I don't think so. I was probably too busy paying attention to the argument. I see. Why? What makes you bring that up? I don't know. She just acted kind of strange after I read her poem. Maybe she was just nervous. Was she nervous around you? Nope. So... I see, so why would she be nervous about showing me? Maybe it's because you're a boy. What? Maybe she's got a crush on you. Sayori stops on the sidewalk to make kissy faces at me. Ha ha, very funny. She continues her teasing until we reach her house. So Sayori, what are your plans for the evening? I've got a lot of homework to catch up on. I sort of forgot to do them when they were due. But the teacher said she'd allow me to make up for it if I got it all done by tomorrow. Well, look at you putting in effort. For a moment, I didn't even recognize you. Meanie. I'm only joking, Sayori. I'm actually really proud of you. Hearing that you're trying harder makes me happy. Thanks, Gunnar. And if you need help with anything, I'm only a phone call away. Understood. It's kind of what I expected after you pledged your loyalty to me and all. Right, of course. Sayori giggled at him before. I hope that doesn't mean she intends to turn me into her work slave. Well, I guess I'll talk to you later, Gunnar. Sounds good, Sayori. I'll be seeing you. As she turns to go inside, I begin to make my way towards my house. Once I arrive, I use my keys to unlock the door in record time. Ha, no headache today, bitch! I pull out my phone and text Yuri my address as I step inside. However, as soon as I hit send, every nerve in my body decides to suddenly explode. Shit, Yuri's coming over! I don't know whether to be excited or terrified. Guess I'll try both. Damn it, I can't waste time. As I sprint towards the stairs, I notice the kitchen. Fuck, I didn't clean up this morning. I quickly grab the plates we ate on and dump the leftovers into the trash can. Sorry, hungry people, but it's for a girl. As I begin washing the dishes, I feel the disapproval of all the hungry people on Earth. Ugh, enough dumb shit. I need a plan. Just have a little goddamn faith. I still need to change, tidy the living room, maybe prepare a snack. Oh, and find the movie. After viciously washing and drying the dishes, I dash up the stairs at Mach speed. Clothes, I need clothes! I try to rummage through my closet and strip out of my uniform at the same time. Something nice but casual, let's see. Damn it, all my clothes are all my clothes this generic? All I find in my closet are t-shirts that are various shades of gray. I would think Batman did my apparel shopping if I didn't know better. Okay, I guess I'm going with gray shirt number 7 and blue jeans. This is sure to impress her. I sigh. Wait, do I want to impress her? I invited her over to make sure she's okay. So why do I feel nervous? I'll cross that bridge when I get there. Right now I need to find that movie. I make my way back towards the stairs once I'm sure that I look decent. I walk over to the cabinets where my parents keep my movies, or the movies. I notice a thick layer of dust inside of the one I open. I guess we don't really use DVDs anymore. I cross my fingers and pray the DVD player still works. Let's see. One flew, one flew, one flew. Aha! One flew over the cuckoo's nest. I'm suddenly thankful my dad is into old films. That thankfulness immediately vaporizes as I pick up the case and feel that it's empty. Son of a bitch! In this instance, curse words cannot express the rage I'm feeling. I stand there fuming for a while until the dust reminds me of something. I guess I'll have to stream it. I'm sure Mom will be fine with me using the card she gave me to rent one movie. It's probably only a few dollars. My mom gave me a debit card to use whenever her and Dad go out of town, but she always tells me it's for groceries and emergencies only. I know that she checks the statement religiously. Ever since that time, I shut her a bit of the memory. And the hentai, come on. It'll be fine. She'll probably call me tomorrow about it, so I'll have plenty of time to come up with an excuse. I pull the card out of my wallet and use it to order the movie. I get a text from Yuri as I'm finishing setting it up. I'm on my way. The formality of her message brings a smile to my face. Sounds good. See you soon. My smile immediately fades as all my nerves decide to pull a Chernobyl for a second time. Why am I so jittery? It's kind of embarrassing to think about, but I've never spent time alone with any girl than Sayori. It's fine. It's just a movie. Not even a romantic one. There's no way anything will happen while watching a film about a psych ward. But what if she's into that? What if she wants something to happen? What if she wears something I facepalmed to make it the thoughts stop for a second time today. We're just gonna watch a movie, discuss the book, maybe eat a snack. That's it. During that time, I'll try to get to know her better and see if she's got any demons I could exorcise. Exorcise, not exercise. What if she doesn't like the movie? What if she never knock? Ah! The sudden knocking almost gives me a heart attack. Shit, that's her. Don't make things awkward, it's just a movie. I exhibit a facade of calmness as I make my way to the front door. And this is a good place for me to pause. I know that it's right at the next start of a scene, but, you know, it's fine. I hope you all enjoyed listening, or reading, or watching, whatever you did. And remember to, comment if there's anything you have to comment on, any suggestions, any way I could improve these kinds of series. I'll probably be doing more in the future. See you all in the next video.